Hello everyone, I'm Silverraptor and welcome back to another Magic the Gathering Arena, where I am joined with Magic Extraordinaire Thrantar. Hello Thrantar.
Hello, Silverraptor. Thanks for having me on again. I think it might be a little bit of an overstatement to say that I'm a Magic Extraordinaire, but I've been playing since 6th edition, so I certainly have the background for some perspective.
More experience than me, that's for sure. And also, you also managed to get Magic the Gathering Arena as well, am I right?
That's correct. I'm on Magic Arena these days as Thrantar, as I am everywhere.
Yep. So you can. I'm hoping that whatever decks you make in the future, we could try exploring around with on this account as well, and see if we can get better decks down the road. So, anyways,
That's certainly possible, and I'm sure that at some point they'll add a friends feature, and at that point we can totally face each other in battle.
Yeah, definitely. Speaking of decks, I've decided to go ahead and make my own deck, and I was just going to jump right in, play a few games, and I was wondering, hoping to get your feedback as I play the game with this deck. It's called my Carnage Dinosaurs, because being Silverraptor, having dinosaurs just seem natural. So it's a red-green deck. It's a ramp-up to big, huge creatures, which are dinosaurs deck. And as you can see with the picture, it's got the Carnage Tyrant inside. So let's try to get this going.
Let's show on the road.
Yeah. So what have you enjoyed most about Magic the Gathering Arena?
So I've actually just been really happy with the interface. The interface is clean, it works well. Setting stops at various points in turns is very easy.
Alright, I'm keeping this hand.
I do wish that trigger handling was a little bit better.
Oh.
And that you could set triggers from certain sources to auto-yield.
Oh, so that it doesn't reveal that you have something to drop.
No, for instance, one of the decks I play a lot has a Soul Warden type effect, where whenever a creature comes into play under my control, I can gain 1 life. And as it turns out, I just always want to say yes to this. I want to just be able to yield the trigger and go, yes, I'm gaining this life, I'm not responding to it. Just process it automatically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. So what I did there is, even though I had the Carnage Tyrant, I didn't have enough for it. I also didn't have enough for Regisaur Alpha. So I decided just to pick a land with my Commune with the Dinosaurs, which I looked at the top 5 cards. I could have revealed a dinosaur or a land and put it in my hand, and the rest at the bottom of my deck in any order. So that is
Commune
what I did.
Dinosaurs is an excellent card for a couple of reasons. In the first place, it just provides consistency. You can cast it on turn 1 and get a land. You can cast it on turn 1, and if you have lands, get a big threat to play with them. The other thing it does, which isn't quite so obvious, is that it increases sideboard consistency. You're digging 5 cards deep in your deck. That's a full health of your deck. And it's actually a little bit more than that because you're going to start with 7 cards in your hand. Which means that if you have any 1-ofs or 2-ofs, and you're running a full set of Commune with Dinosaurs, you're much more likely to see them, because the communes by themselves will dig you so far into your deck.
Yeah. Oh, here comes my second Carnage Tyrant. Yep. I've got 2 here, and... Alright, so... This Drover of the Mighty is excellent for a dinosaur deck. It gets +2/+2 if I have a dinosaur out, and I can get 1 mana of any color, which I'm going to do to summon Regisaur Alpha. When he comes into effect, he creates a 3/3 green token with Trample, and any dinosaurs that I control have haste as long as he is on the battlefield, so I'm going to immediately attack with this dino, and do the same amount of damage that he did with his little binding mummy to me. And now Drover of the Mighty is also a 3/3. So, this is why I like this deck.
The Regisaur Alpha is just a very efficient creature. You've got 7 power for 5 mana across 2 bodies, and 3 of the power has haste.
Mm-hmm.
This is all just high efficiency.
Yeah. Alright. So, oh, I could do the Carnage Tyrant, but I'm going to hold off. Here's a good combo. I am actually going to put the Snapping Sail back. I am going to use all the forests to throw him onto the field. Even though he has Flash, and he has Haste now, when he comes into, when he comes in, if he never takes damage with his Enrage, he gets +1/+1 counter on it, and I've got Savage Stomp. Now, let's see. Whenever a zombie comes in under your control, you may tap target artifact or creature, or this one just comes to the battlefield tapped. I'm just going to take care of this, and I'm going to buff my Snapping Sail back. So I am going to target here, have it so that this Snapping Sail back will attack this Binding Mummy. It will get a +1/+1 from Savage Stomp, and then another +1/+1 for being enraged. It will pay the mana, the forest. It costs 2 less if I use it on the dinosaur. So there we go. Instantly, Savage Snappy back, Sail back died, and he instantly quits out because I was going to swing in with the team.
Both just setting up for giant races, and that was going to put you way too far ahead on tempo.
Yeah. So, do you want to take a look at the deck? Because it was just me just talking, basically talking longer than I needed to for the entire turn to go by.
No, just, I was gonna say just play the second game with it.
Okay.
Because honestly, that didn't.
You didn't get to see much.
Didn't get to see much. So you're playing basically exclusively best of ones.
All right. You want to see me play more games again? Ooh, I'm playing against a gold person, gold rank. I'm in silver rank right now. All right. Oh yeah, we could pick our own avatars. I picked this guy originally because when the avatars were up, I was still playing with my Locust God deck. I have since evolved from Dinosaurs, and while she seems like the closest to being like a dinosaur avatar person, I decided not to do that. I am actually going to mulligan this hand.
Yeah, that hand is rubbish.
Alright, here, 2 forests and a Drover of the Mighty. I will keep that. And another Drover of the Mighty, I'll keep that on top. So that's basically 4 lands right there. He instantly throws down an Opt. Interesting that he did that at the start. Okay, so forest down.
I mean, it's good for setting up his mana for filtering his draws, but it's not as good for filtering his draws unless he knows what he's looking for. And on turn 1 into a completely unknown opponent, because at that point you hadn't even played a land yet, it's hard for him to know what he's looking for unless he's looking for a land.
Right. So, yeah, that's what I found interesting. He had to do the Savage Stomp. That was the only option. Here I will throw down the Drover of the Mighty at the start. So now I have 3 lands technically on the field. 2 lands technically on the field.
Well, you still only have technically 2 lands on the field. Well, 3 now, but you did have 3 potential mana.
Right. Well, that you know what I'm trying to say.
Oh, I do, certainly. But then don't say technically, because technically means something else.
Okay, so that was an interesting pass the turn, pass the turn, pass the turn. Here comes my Ripjaw Raptor. Whenever damage is dealt to him, I will draw a card. Given how drawing card is pretty beneficial from my Locust God deck, I definitely decided with his high 4/5 cost, which is an efficient for 4 mana, he was definitely...
4/5 for 4 is already fine, yeah.
Yeah, and then his Enrage ability is icing on the cake. Plus, it's Raptor, and it's in my name. I have to take it, right?
Clearly, of course.
Oh no, it's dead.
So one thing to keep in mind is, of course, because he casts the Duress on turn 2, he knows you have the Snapping Sail back.
Right. But he does not know I have Carnage Tyrant yet.
Oh, certainly. But
well,
it means that the flash of the Snapping Sail back is not terribly surprising.
Yeah. I'm going to try commune with the dinosaurs, see if he will waste the counter for this. Because it is an efficient card.
So one thing you actually could have considered there is waited till the end of his turn and cast the Snapping Sailback at the end of his turn.
Well,
and in fact, you should still consider doing this.
That is exactly what I was going to do, because with the fact that it has Flash, that's why I was trying to see if I could dig for another land to get myself farther ahead for the Carnage Tyrant with the Commune with the Dinosaurs. There was a good chance with Commune with the Dinosaurs I was going to get another land. If not, then I had a good chance of getting one of my cheaper dinosaurs or creatures that I could go out and still my turn. And still get the, shoot.
It wasn't your turn, it was the end of his turn.
Oh, jeez. Okay, I screwed that up. Then I am just going to put this guy out because he cannot be countered. Here comes Carnage Tyrant. I screwed that up. I thought it was still my turn. It was a trigger thing. So, yeah, go ahead. Counter it. Try countering it. I dare you, buddy.
So, I mean, there are still a couple possible answers to it.
Yeah.
Doomfall, for instance.
Wait, what?
Or anything that causes you to sacrifice a creature.
Each opponent sacrifice a creature, pain, walks in discards card. You return creature from graveyard to your hand to draw a card. What? Alright, well then I'm going to throw away because Snapping Sailback. Well, I'm going to throw this guy out. So this guy's deck seems to be just getting rid of creatures. And it's interesting that worked. Because each opponent sacrifices a creature. It didn't target my Carnage Tyrant, which was an Hexproof.
In the slightest. It actually doesn't target anything, really.
Oh, he's going to destroy my Snapping Sailor. This is a good deck he has. He's just completely destroying all of my critters. Well, alright, well, 2 could play that game. How about you struggle? You take damage equal to the amount of land I have. And, I could shuffle the 7. I do have more. Do you think I should survive yet, or just keep going? Alright.
No. So if you're surviving anything, okay, I hadn't thought about Gonti. Gonti was a possibility actually from when he was showing, but if you're surviving, it's to keep Torrential Gearhulks from doing things.
Right. Alright, well I have another struggle card that will be able to nuke something in the future. I'm willing to take this damage and hold on to struggle in case he plays something more nasty. It's just a 2 damage. I can take it.
2/3 is not going to kill you anytime soon.
Right, and I'm going to pass the turn for now. Don't need to put down another mountain yet, I feel. Alright, so he shoots through all of my creatures. This blue, red, black deck definitely is good at taking out your opponent's cards. He didn't attack with his luxury. That's interesting.
Well, he saw that you had a new card and were holding it. He was worried about running Gonti into a Snapping Sailback or something. One of the key things to always keep in mind is what your turn looks like from your opponent's perspective.
Chandra, the struggle wouldn't hit a planeswalker, right?
No, it says creature on it, I believe. If you mouse over, you can double
Yeah.
check. But...
And, oh, yes. Here, oh, he could counter this, but at this point I just need to get something out. He's definitely will be, if he has a counter, he'll definitely have to counter this, because this is just too good. Yep. This
does
allows.
Gonti have Death Touch?
Yes it does.
Okay.
But I do have struggle, so I could take it out.
Right.
I'll just throw down another mountain.
Which removes the hidden card he was worried about.
Yeah, well, he wasn't afraid of it anymore. He knew that I was bluffing after that time.
This is gonna hurt.
Oh, so that's interesting. He threw in two mountain mana. I mean, this guy's definitely
going for just like a Banefire here. Yeah, Banefire's my guess. Could be Torment. Ah, okay.
How do you do that?
Off Gonti.
How do you do that?
Gonti. Off Gonti. When he plays Gonti, he looks at his top 4 cards of target opponent's library, and exiles one of them, and he can play it.
Oh. Well, I lost.
Yes, I think you're about to be punched to death by a dinosaur.
Yeah, if I had more mana, I could use Struggle on Galta, but okay. That's a heartbreaker. But that guy definitely knew what he was doing. His deck was very good. He had some good, strong cards and a way to just completely destroy all the creatures that I was playing out on the field.
His deck was playing lots of mid-speed creature removal and some card advantage, and was lined up very well against yours.
Yeah.
I think a proper aggro deck might have just actually run him over before he got his removal out, because he wasn't running very fast removal. The fatal pushes are pretty fast, but the unconditional destroy and that I forget the name of, and the dark intimations aren't.
I'm going to keep this. So, I did play a funny Locust God deck. We were I had gotten down to like 4 cards, but I positioned myself in such a good position with that Locust God deck that he had to use a card that would have returned, get a forest into my hand, that would have returned all of the cards in my graveyard back into my deck, because I was about to win that turn. So he would essentially help me win when I was almost in danger of decking out, and it just had a really good feeling. All right, so reveal a dinosaur. So Thunderherd Migration. I either reveal a dinosaur or pay an extra, and then I search my library for any basic land, and then throw it. So I'm going to throw in a mountain because I have a forest already in hand. It does come into play tapped, but
makes sense.
Yeah,
it's a rampant growth if you have dinosaurs.
Yep. And I'm thinking forest and Ripjaw Raptor next turn, and then another Thunderherd Migration after that.
Depends on what you draw. Depending on what you draw, I might consider a second Raptor into Stomp.
Well, here's another Raptor. Yep. Alright, yeah, this guy is a Saproling.
He's very clearly on Saprolings.
Yeah, he loves his Saprolings. It's kind of interesting. More Saproling, so he's definitely got a lot of creatures. Now, if he attacks, if he attacks, I will draw a card.
Oh, sure. But if he attacks, you'll also get at least 3 damage.
2 damage.
Only 2 of them were summoning sick.
Okay.
Take at least 3.
Definitely want to do this guy for future, because he reduces the dinosaur spells and dinosaurs I can instantly give haste to. And then I'll just throw down another Thunderherd Migration as well. Reveal, get those tapped, and I'll reveal another Ripjaw Raptor.
Okay, just keep track of which Ripjaw Raptor you revealed, because obviously it's the one you'll want to play first.
Yeah. And not attack this turn just yet. I want to get all my Ripjaw Raptors up and ready to form a defensive wall. Also, with this guy, I could definitely block another Saproling because he's got 2 toughness. Oh, Tenchu Dryad. He is going to die. He has to die because he keeps summoning green Sapling tokens, and with this, they get +2/+2.
Yes, and in fact, they will have the 6+ immediately, but he's tapped out.
Yep. I'm just going to block with the Ripjaw Raptor one of them for the more damage. That's hurt. Ow. Alright. Draw a card. Perfect. Carnage Tyrant is up. First, I'm going to Savage.
Carnage Tyrant is mostly useless.
Yeah, it's too much mana. But first, go to Forest. And that will allow me to draw a card. It's also useless. So Ripjaw Raptor. Now I could Savage Stomp like this. He does have a lot of Saproline still out onto the field.
So right now he's got 6 creatures, you've got 3 blockers. So that's 3 damage you're taking. Assuming everything comes up perfectly.
Okay, so Thrashing Brontodon there. Alright. 4, 5. I think I can survive next turn.
It depends on what he's got in hand.
Yeah.
It's very possible that you're just dead.
Yeah, okay, so more swarmy stuff. He probably will wait till next turn.
He's going to wait till next turn and attack you with everything next turn.
Yeah, I don't have... Or he's going to attack all right now. This will give me a lot of cards in hand. Alright, well there goes. Well, at least I blocked 1 damage with my Huntmaster. And they're snapping Sailback. Oh! This will give us more life. And I think...
Well, you 5 more life. Okay, he's got 7 attackers, you'd have 3 blockers, so that's 4. And he's drawing live, but has nothing currently. That's just gonna come down to 20 draws.
Yeah. Gonna keep my Ripjaw Raptors ready to defend.
You managed to draw something live.
Oh, good game. It
You're
probably
dead.
means he, yeah. Oh, just good game him now. Alright, let's see his combat. And he probably has...
But you have no choice but to block everything at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
I guess you could block just one thing, because
It's probably... -1. Alright, so drawing the cards again. Regisaur! Oh, thank goodness it's Regisaur. Okay, Mountain. Regisaur. I need to get that extra dinosaur up.
The extra dinosaur is nice. The pile of life is nice. That's not actually quite lethal.
Right. And I'm going to throw in another Thrashing Brontodon just to get more life onto the field. Boom!
You swing with everyone, because that's 21. And he blocks one of them. But you're at 14. I think swinging with everyone is right. I'm not sure. I don't know enough about what's in his deck.
Right. He's going to block Verdant's Avatar, 5-10. Yes, this is 16 damage. He has to block with that. I've suddenly got a whole bunch more life thanks to Verdant. It's just this power. The moment I got Regisaur, to be able to get another dinosaur on the field. Oh boy. Great. Each other creature you control, that's a fungus +1/+1.
Yeah, but 4/2/2s is only 8 power. You're at 14, that's just not enough.
So, what do you think of my deck?
It's definitely explosive. And the consistency is there in theory.
You want to take a look at it?
Dinosaurs is... Sure, we can pull it up, take a look at it.
Alright. So here I got 3 Commune with Dinos. I've got 2 Abrades, because destroying artifacts is also good. 1 Lightning Strike in there. I can't remember if it's because I only had 2 Abrades and I just wanted a card with Reach. I got 2 Hunt Masters, because giving Dinosaurs haste have really paid off. Drover of the Mighty, definitely have 4. Having 4 3/3 creatures that can generate more mana is definitely, I think, good. 4 Thunderherd Migration, so I can just get out any land that I need. Struggle, because since I'm going to be getting a lot of land out really quickly with my build-up, I'll be able to nuke any really large creatures that I need to. Survive's just kind of a little bonus on top of that. Savage Stomp for creature removal, just so that I can get one of my dinosaurs to attack another one of theirs. Put a +1/+1 counter on it, and as you saw with the Snapping Sailback and the Ripjaw Raptor, they have Enrage, so that also can trigger. Thrashing Brontodons. Tap one.
Brontodons are great.
Yeah. A 3/4 for 3 mana was good, and the fact that I can destroy artifacts and enchantments gives me that capability as well. I didn't have 3. I was going to put 3 Thrashing Brontodons, so instead I put in a Grazing Whiptail. It is 3/4, it has reach, and this has actually paid off a couple times, where they had like a flyer that they could have gone in for lethal, and then I play this, and then they instantly have to just stand back and just kind of hold off a couple turns, which is a couple turns I needed to get my big force and just crush them. So
there were certainly times when reach works.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's worth the slot.
I understand. It's just I only have 2 Thrashing Brontodons. That's why it's in here for now. I do plan to probably swap them out for another Thrashing Brontodon. Then, of course, the 4 Ripjaw Raptors, which you probably got that clue from that last game.
They're also just excellent.
Snapping Sailback. 3 Regisaur Alphas, because, like you said, they are very efficient. And giving haste. 2 Carnage Tyrants. Definitely a pretty good card. Trample, Hexproof. Virgin Sun Avatar, the one that saved us the last game that we played, just by giving us enough life to live through the Saprolines. And then, of course, 2 Galtas. Because when I have all of these high power creatures, he's going to get his cost down really quickly. And there's a lot of haste in this deck, so suddenly Galta's swinging in for 12 all of a sudden.
Yeah, Galta can be really amazingly explosive. That's certainly true.
I can't tell you how many games I just play Galta and the opponent instantly leaves. And he has trample too, so. And I think I got a good balance of like mountains and forests, and then about 3 unclaimed territory, since my entire deck is nothing but dinosaurs.
22. Yeah, and your 22 lands with. Let's see, you've got 10 sources of ramp.
Yeah. So I can ramp really quickly.
You have 10 sources of ramp, not counting the Commune with Dinosaurs.
And the Commune with Dinosaurs I could use to pull up more dinosaurs if I have a lot of land out.
You're pretty heavily indexed on mana, which is, pretty traditional for a ramp deck. I do think the struggle to survive is not actually that great for you. So for a couple of reasons. Generally, you don't actually need that much damage to kill things. You have small methods of killing things, and against big things, like if they have big things and your response to their big things is killing it, that's still not a game you're winning. You're not winning a game generally. I mean, you will sometimes, but generally, if your opponent is presenting you with threats and you're not advancing your game plan, that is not a successful game for you.
Alright. So, maybe throw in like a weaker do damage to everyone. Because if there's like a couple reds that just like do damage to all creatures on the field, like 1 damage that can clear out a lot of weak loose stuff that the opponent might have in that Saproling deck, because clear them all out. And if it does damage to my Ripjaw Raptors, it will trigger their effects too.
Right, and as I said, I think the Grazing Whiptail and also actually the Snapping Sailback are just pretty weak.
Really?
The Flash is cool. And certainly the Flash and the Rage go well together in theory, in that you flash it in as a surprise blocker.
Yeah.
But if my choice on turn 5 is between holding up mana for Snapping Sailback and hoping that they make an attack that it is good at punishing, because if they just attack with a 4/4, it's not that great at punishing it.
Well, Snapping Sailback, don't forget, really ties in well with Savage Stomp and removing an enemy creature and then giving it basically 2+1/+1 counters immediately right there and then.
I don't think the extra +1/+1 counter is actually that impactful, though. Like, yes, sometimes it matters, but I don't think it generally makes it so that, you know, a double block on it won't kill it. And it certainly doesn't help it not die to removal. 1+1/+1 counter is just not a great payoff.
Well, I've had a game where this actually kept ramping up. It just got to a 10-10 position from all the combat damage it was taking.
Sure. There are definitely games that it'll win you. The question you need to be asking yourself is there something else that would be winning me more games? Not
right.
Is there something else that would win me the games that Sailback won me, and also other games. It's fine if it loses some of the games that Sailback won you, but wins more other games.
Gotcha. Alright, well, we can always do that in our off times to get this really finalized.
Okay.
This was just more of just introducing that, hey, I built a dinosaur deck myself. I also have a bunch of packs that are set up that I would like to open.
You have a bunch of packs. Okay.
Yeah. So I think I'm actually just going to cut this here. Separate the episodes. This was my dinosaur deck, and then the next we'll go into the game trying to make ourselves another deck, or exploring some other aspects. What do you think?
Okay, works for me.
All right, sounds good. I'll catch you all in the next episode.
And thanks for watching.